Well, believe it or not, they're calling for snow this weekend. They say we could get up to 7 inches, which isn't anything crazy, but for us, that's a lot, especially considering last year we only got like 1 dusting and that was it. So we'll see if it actually does anything, but even if it doesn't, it's supposed to be really, really cold this weekend coming up, so it's time to get prepared. I'm gonna start by mixing up some chicken scratch. I still have some left, but you can see we're getting low, so I picked up some more supplies at the feed store today. I've talked about this in other videos, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but basically I get wheat, barley, and oats, black oil sunflower seeds, which are really good for this time of year, especially because they're so rich in protein. I get whole kernel pieces of corn, and that's really rich in carbohydrates, which is good for the winter time. It'll help give them energy to stay warm. And you can also mix in some flax seeds for the omega-3 fatty acids. It's really healthy for them, and there are studies that suggest that if chickens eat flax seeds, it makes their eggs healthier for you to eat. And then I also mix in some freeze-dried mealworms or grubs for extra protein, and just because the chickens really like it. Now, this is not a complete diet, it's just a treat, and it's good to supplement them with this in the winter or if they're molting to help keep them going, keep them strong. And they also really enjoy it, and it's great for taming your birds too. If you free range them, it's a great way to teach them to come to you so you can put them away at night. So with the snow coming and with the weather about to get really cold, this will help give them a little extra boost. And then tomorrow when I get off work, I'm going to clean them. Well, clean the coop, not them specifically. But you know what I mean. And here are some sunflower seeds and safflower seeds, which are the white ones, filled with lots of different health benefits. You can also mix in oyster shell and grit. The grit helps with digestion. The oyster shell helps keep the egg shells nice and strong. But I have mine in little feeders in their run, and you've probably seen that in my other videos, how I display that and feed it. Go ahead and check those videos out if you haven't already seen them. But like I said, you can mix them in here for them, or you can display it in little bird feeders, which is what I do. And of course I keep them ground level so the chickens can reach them. Alright, let's see if they approve. Give them a little sample. I think they approve. So I'm going to go ahead and fill their nesting boxes up with fresh straw, make it nice and thick, fluffy in here to help keep them warm and dry for when it snows. And then look, all of these leaves fell onto the net that I have to help keep the hawks out. That's why I have this. But obviously that's a problem, especially with snow and ice coming. It's going to weigh this down even more. So I got to get the leaf blower and blow those off of here and then re-secure the net before it snows so that way it doesn't collapse. And then, like I said, tomorrow I'll clean out the coop and then we'll be ready. And in my last video, I mentioned how Eva, my Whippet, had to get dental surgery, so she has since had that. So I'm going to update you on her as well. Look at this beautiful sourdough bread that my mom made today. If you see my other videos, you know that she and I are business partners. We sell produce and baked goods. It's winter, so obviously we can't do produce right now. But we've been practicing with sourdough, and she worked on this one today. We're going to start selling that too. I think it turned out really nice. But that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about Eva. So you can see her swelling has gone down a lot compared to the last video that I made. She is acting totally normal. She can only eat soft foods for the next like 10 days, but she doesn't really seem to mind that. She was of course very sad when I had to leave her at the vet, and that was really, really hard for me to do, but obviously it was in her best interest because we couldn't just leave an infected tooth in there. It had to come out. So that was sad, it was hard, but you know, they had to knock her out for it, so she quickly forgot about everything and was kind of just in a daze. The procedure went really well. I got to pick her up that same evening, and she was just totally dazed the whole night, which they said to expect. They said that was normal. So I let her sleep in my room, and I monitored her, kept a close eye on her, and she was having a bit of a mild reaction to the kennel cough vaccine that they made her get. So that was a little bit scary, so I did take her back for a follow-up with that, and they gave us some medication to help ease the symptoms. And she still has a little bit of the symptoms, but the vet assured me that everything's okay. Other than that, everything went really smooth, and she's doing great. She has a really good appetite. She's been wanting to play. And before her face swelled up, I didn't even know she had an infected tooth because she was eating normally, she was playing, she acted totally normal. There were no weird odors coming from her mouth, so thank God she swelled up because otherwise I wouldn't have known anything was wrong. Why are you in the bathroom? Come on, let's go. But when they pulled her tooth out, they had to break it into 3 pieces to get it out. They let me keep it, so I'll go ahead and show you that. If you're squeamish, skip ahead because the tooth is a little bit bloody looking, but I mean, I don't think it looks that bad, but maybe that's just me. So I'll show you that real quick. Is that your tooth? She's like, what's that doing in there? So yeah, Eva's doing great. She loves the snow, which is surprising because she hates being cold. But if it snows this weekend, she'll be happy she'll get to play in it. And in the meantime, let's continue getting the chickens ready for it, and then we'll go see my horse at the farm before it snows. Because if it snows a lot this weekend, like they're saying, I might not get to go riding. Much better. Alright, I refilled their grit and their oyster shell, cleaned out their coop. You can see I put cardboard boxes under where they roost. That way, when they roost at night and they go to the bathroom, the boxes will easily collect the poop, and it makes cleanup so much quicker and easier. You can just dump the manure and even the cardboard boxes right in your compost pile, which is great if you garden like I do. And I added fresh straw to the nesting boxes. Mimosas broody as usual. So we are ready for the snow, even though I'm not really looking forward to it, but we're ready. It is bitter cold out. But the hens all seem happy. I even found this big stick, so I brought this in so they can roost on it. Just some extra things to roost on when it snows, so that way they're not constantly walking in it. And of course I will come in here and shovel out a path for them as well. And they also have their bench, which I'll shovel off. If it actually snows, who knows? We'll see. But if it does, we'll be ready. And I'll show you how they react to it. Eva, my Whippet, loves the snow. My chickens aren't a huge fan, especially her. That's Marigold. She does not like the snow. And that one right there, Larkspur, and this one, Meringue, they've never seen snow before, so that'll be interesting. With my older hens, the first time they ever saw the snow, they freaked. They didn't want to come out of their coop the whole day, and when they finally did, they hid underneath of the coop, because you can see it's elevated, don't mind all the mud. But they hid underneath it because, of course, the snow couldn't get under there. So they stayed dry that way, but then at night, they were too afraid to touch the snow and go back into the coop, so I had to go out there and pull them all out and then show them that, you know, you're not going to die if you touch the snow. They were very dramatic, but they got over it after that one time. Look, you can see the crab shells under there. I gave them some of the leftover crab meat from the other night. They took it under the bunker to eat it. Honeysuckle, are you ready for snow? It has started earlier than they said it would. Do you like snow, monkey? That's her favorite thing to do. She'll do a zoomie and then she'll take a little nibble of the snow and then she'll do a little twirl. So yesterday evening when I got off work, I tried to go to the horse farm to see Santa Barbara before it snowed. And traffic was so bad. I don't know if there was an accident or people were just freaking out and panicking, because anytime the weather's bad, even when it's nothing major like this, people freak out. But traffic was backed up so bad, we couldn't even get in. So that sucks. Can't go today because it's really icy and it's supposed to get worse. But tomorrow I'll go. And this will be my first time with Cinnabara in the snow. Obviously she's seen snow before because she's 17. But it's my first time owning her in the winter because I only got her last April. So we'll see how she likes the snow. I'll go visit her tomorrow. So Meringue seems to be handling her first snow pretty well. I guess the older chickens showed her it was safe. Same with Lark. She's not too freaked out. She's gotten so much braver. When she was a chick, she was afraid of everything. Look how pretty the snow is on her black feathers. Same with Manuka. Beautiful. The rest are taking shelter under the coop. Like I said, they're not huge fans of the snow. So yeah, I keep hearing conflicting things about how much we're supposed to get, so we'll see what really happens. Hey, Eva. It's starting to turn to rain already. So I figured I'd let Eva play in it before it's gone. Not as much as they said we were gonna get. It's all just mud. a shame. I kind of wanted to have more snow because I wanted to see if she would play in it or what she would think of it. But it's just slush.